He's white and he has a penis. I won't succumb to your vaginal totalitarianism. Sounds like you've got some serious self-analysis to undertake. The Marxist fun police and multiculturalist, Islamic apologist, white guilt trippers, feminazi, green-haired LGBTI transgender, nanny state fucking killjoys, I identify as a refrigerator, as a box of matches, as a garden chair. Look, what if I ask nicely? Please, please can you say something that isn't nonsense? All hail Queen Vagina. You can form a new country somewhere else where you'll all be happy. You can call it Islamarxistan.
Hello there, British Airways. Yes, I'd like to book a one-way ticket to Islamarxistan, please. What do you mean it's not a fucking real place? Of course it's a real place. They wouldn't let it on the internet if it wasn't fucking real, dickhead. Hello? Hello? Hello there, and welcome to episode 46 of The Descent of Man-osphere, the series where I take you through the ways in which the Man-osphere and its utterly disgusting, reprehensible douchebag inhabitants are trying to reverse human evolution and drag us all back into the fucking sea. And today we're dealing with a really boring, really old prick. Yes, it's Gary Orsum. Now, Gary is very much an anti-Muslim MRA, because apparently Muslim men don't count or something. But anyway, yeah, he's an MRA, and apparently he really doesn't like identity politics.
Identity politics is employed to create the victim narrative around the protected group. Another big problem that's ruining the Australian way of life, and that is political correctness and identity politics. And what we're seeing in that paragraph is a fine example of the insidious employment of identity politics.
Yeah, he's so against identity politics that he attended the International Conference on Men's Issues in 2017 on the Gold Coast, Australia, which I did an episode about, linked below. So yeah, he really doesn't like identity politics, but is a men's rights activist. And of course there's a lot of white man baby whinging, which obviously includes, as it does with all these dickheads, whining on and on about how people call others Nazis and racists.
And because she's anti-immigration, of course she's always been smeared in the media as being a racist. I think if you want to go around being a fucking Nazi, be a Nazi, but most of the people that are called Nazis aren't Nazis anyway. They're just people that disagree with regressives. All he had to say was, well, actually, no, I'm not a Nazi. And then they just seem to not know where to go after that. It really just shows that it's a slur that they throw out haphazardly, in effect, smearing ordinary Australians as being racist.
But of course, as with all of these fucking dickheads, they like to accuse others of being racist and Nazis whenever they get the fucking chance, regardless of whether there's any fucking validity to the accusation whatsoever.
See what a bunch of fucking racists they are? You're really just making yourselves look like fascists. That your colleague, Yusra Kugali, is a massive racist. And I could fucking wipe the floor with Clementine Ford, right? Because I'll just rip apart her fucking Marxist, anti-white racist. You can just point out how she's a racist and a sexist. Anti-white racism. Anti-white racism. Well, that's the second time now she's mentioned white people. It's such a fucking racist. You are also, wait for it, a racist.
Oh yes, Agaz is a total fucking dick. But another problem he has with the mislabeling of people is the bewildering array of different ways of saying, I don't like these people, that he has for people on the left.
The extreme leftists, the regressive left, the neo-Marxists, leftist progressives, the authoritarian left in Australia. Again, he's just another ALP fucking lefty communist fuckwit. A neo-progressive, leftist, authoritarian feminazis. You know, Clem, you're just like every Marxist socialist thinker that came before you. The Puritan killjoy social justice tards take the white Australian-hating Marxist intersectional feminists with you. That these leftards, the Labor Party's really hard left has gone like basically communist. What the feminazi, the real agenda here is to bring about communism. Marxist academic idiot in Australia, she's one of the loudest voices of the regressive left. 1 million libtards all in the one place, you say?
But all of those things basically amount to, all of the people I don't like are literally Stalin. Or whatever. But there is also this.
Let's hope that this cultural Marxist indoctrination and cultural Marxism, a future generation of cultural Marxists. It's the cultural Marxism and political correctness of feminism. The Marxist professors in our university system that teach our young people nothing but cultural Marxism and hatred of the West. It never ceases to amaze me the ridiculous ideas that cultural Marxists and feminists can come up with. The imposition of cultural Marxism upon Western society.
Oh yes, we cannot forget the cultural Marxism fucking shit, which Gary is wont to spew all the fucking time. He's a dickhead. And just a quick reminder for all of the dickheads who think that cultural Marxism is a real thing, it isn't, you fucking morons. But anyways, like I said, Gary is a men's rights activist, and as such, he fucking hates women.
Empowerment, as a general rule, only applies to women. As a term, it's a way of giving validation and justification to any woman who might be, say, behaving like an absolute slut because it's the right thing to do isn't a reason.
Because people have been oppressed for years, for many fucking years. Have you heard of what empathy is?
Okay, so Sparrow Tits at least attempts to put forward an argument. I can only make assumptions at this point, but I'm going to anyway. I know you guys from overseas have got these in England, and of course in the States as well. They're throughout the world. The overweight single mother. One child, living on welfare, collecting child support. Oh yeah, they've got it all worked out. I don't know exactly what you call them overseas, but here in Australia we call them scrubbers or bush pigs.
And that's when they say, but not all men. Like, you may not be a rapist, but you've got to acknowledge why women do certain things to protect themselves.
By protecting themselves, do you mean dressing up as a prostitute?
But worse than his general misogyny is that he has this lust for fantasising about being violent towards women. Now, the upcoming clips package contains one scene where a man punches a woman in the face. So if you don't want to see that particular clip, because that would be difficult for you to deal with or whatever, then click forward to this time in the video and you can avoid having to see that.
An appointment at Civil Service. I'm going.
You got no right to tell me to move on, problem glasses.
You're the one who followed me.
Make me fuck off. Go on, I'll teach you all about gender equality. Why don't you try looking at the true root causes of domestic violence instead of just making up this gender inequality argle-bargle bullshit? Instead of only determining that men are good at finishing fights with women, try acknowledging that women are good at starting fights with men.
You go into the gym and you learn discipline, you learn...
Well, it's the discipline, right?
Discipline, you know, all that you learn. And you learn in the boxing gym, you learn that as soon as you start to taste your own blood when you get punched in the mouth, you learn to, you know, pipe back in your chair a little bit.
Don't you just love how violence is character building if you do it to men? It's all right for a man to be beaten by someone bigger and stronger than them, but not women. Anyway, let's watch him teach her the meaning of gender equality.
And that last clip was taken from his most viewed video, which is basically a video of him celebrating a man punching a woman in the face. Yes, Gary really is a scummy little coward at heart. But anyways, speaking of his violent hatred towards women, now it's time for... Yes, it's the inevitable bit about rape. Ah. Now, the upcoming clip you're about to see is from a video of Gary responding to the guests on a panel debate show in Australia called Q&A, which is a show that Gary has a particular hate boner for, it would seem, because it features in lots of his videos, and he's made responses to that show and to the guests on that show a million fucking times, as you will see another example of later in this video. And another feature that's common to Gary's content is him blaming rape victims for the crimes that were perpetrated on them.
Well, the public discourse about sexual violence has been the result of women's emotional labor. Women have been slaving to get this to be talked about, for this agenda to be pushed. And I think it's high time that the people responsible, which in an overwhelming majority of cases are men when it comes to violence against women, that they don't get a free pass, that they contribute to finding a solution to this incredibly socially pervasive problem.
Okay. But women should get a free pass from the pervasive social problem of teenage girls getting shit-faced on rum at age 16. Now, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that that's any justification for her rape, but I am definitely saying that if she didn't get shit-faced on rum when she was 16, her rape would never have happened. She's not in any way responsible for her rape, but she's completely responsible for putting herself in the situation that would lead to her rape.
Oh, Gary. I fucking hate you. You are a truly detestable streak of shit. But anyways, with that little bit of gentle primal scream let forth, let's unpack Gary's fucking bullshit. Firstly, Gary, regardless that you want to claim that you're not blaming the victim, that's precisely what you're doing. You are literally saying that the victim is to blame for the crime that's perpetrated against them. It's fucking disgusting. You really should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, you're literally letting the rapist off the hook by putting the blame on the victim. I know, imagine that, a men's rights activist fucking backing up and defending rapists. I know, what a fucking shock. Imagine my shock. Imagine it, Paul. Also, Gary, by using your logic here, we can basically blame anyone for anything that happens to them ever, because what you've done here is seen correlation, not causation. So basically your idea that they get drunk, therefore they get raped when they're drunk, you can apply that to anything. Like if a terrorist victim, right, if they hadn't continued to breathe oxygen for the whole of their fucking lives up to the point that they were killed by a terrorist, then they wouldn't have been killed by a terrorist. Therefore, it's kind of their fault that they were killed by a terrorist. Do you see how that's stupid? Or let's take another one more pertinent to, let's say, a men's rights activist. If a man who gets raped in prison doesn't commit a crime and therefore go to prison, then he'll never get raped in prison, will he? Oh yeah, that's a bit sensitive for you guys, isn't it? Fucking hell, man. Do you see how fucked up your mentality is? When you apply your logic to any situation, you end up blaming the victim. It's fucking detestable. You fucking prick. Whew. Just gonna calm down for a second. But anyways, moving on from the topic of rape specifically, but very much sticking with his theme of how much he hates women, now it's time for... Yes, it's the occasional bit about Lacey Green, the part of the show that crops up occasionally, as the name would suggest, where I get to say, Lacey, you picked the wrong fucking horse. These people absolutely hate you. So, you know, let's do that, shall we? Now, Gaz has a playlist on his channel called Brainless with Lacey Green, which is a play on the title of her old MTV series, Braless with Lacey Green. You see what he's done there? Brainless, braless. It's very clever, old Gary. Well, as his series about Lacey is only 3 episodes long, let's take a look at all 3 of them, shall we? Episode uno.
Sup everyone, Lacey Green here. Last week I checked out the VMAs and, well, it was definitely a new experience for me.
Before we get into this, I can't help but notice, Lacey, you're really packing on the beef. I think you need to cut back a bit on the amount of cock you've been eating.
Yeah, do you remember, Lacey, when a second ago I said that you picked the wrong horse and that these people fucking hate you? Well, yeah, yeah. So we have fat shaming and slut shaming all in one, which is pretty disgusting, of course, but to be expected of an MRA, I suppose. But it's especially stupid on this occasion because not only is it obviously disgusting to do that to a person, but also it doesn't really make sense because surely having lots of sex would burn calories, Gaz. So you're telling her to do less exercise even though you're saying she's fat, which is fucking stupid. You moron.
When feminists say something's problematic, they're usually referring to words, behaviors, ideas, tropes, stereotypes, and so forth that are factually inaccurate and ultimately harm women, people of color, the LGBT community, and so forth.
Lacey, there's no such thing as harmful words. Words cannot hurt you.
Well, that's obviously fucking ridiculous. Of course words can hurt you. I mean, this is the thing that annoys me, or at least one of the things that annoys me with these faux rationalists. Why do they have to pretend like they don't have emotions when that's clearly not fucking true? And it's obviously not true in your case, guys, because you constantly go on and on and on about how men are shamed in the world. So you know that words can hurt people.
What's really great about Australian free-to-air television is its diversity. For example, on Monday, it's man-bashing. Tuesday, man-bashing. Wednesday, man-bashing. On Thursday, some more man-bashing. And on Friday, yep, you guessed it. The end game for these types of videos is to belittle and diminish men. The constant demonisation and vilification of men through the media.
And of course, even though he goes on and on and on about how shaming of men is so fucking terrible, he does it to basically any man whatsoever who's in any way different from him.
And one of the lead organizers of the Women's March. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, hi, Linda. How are you? My name's Dylan, but you can just call me masculinity in the 21st century.
What are you fucking looking at, mangina? Eric, the emasculated mangina, is the biggest moron on Australian TV at the moment. Fucking Andrew O'Queef. Andrew O'Cuck.
That is some really messed up stuff you have to deal with, Clem. How does it make you feel?
What sort of mangina are you?
Yeah, so, you know, fuck you, Gaz, you hypocritical sack of shit. And, of course, you're a liar because you know that words do hurt people, because you get butthurt by words all the fucking time, so, you know, deal with it. Anyways, let's take a look at the second in the Brainless with Lacey Green series, shall we?
I'm bi, you're bi. Are we all a little bi? Well, at least a third of us are. Sup everyone, Lacey Green here. According to a new study coming out of the UK, a full 29% of Americans under the age of 30 identify somewhere on the bisexual spectrum.
That's just fantastic news, Lacey. It's really awesome. I'm really, really happy for you. Well done. But I was wondering, why is it any concern to you what other people's sexuality is?
Well, that question could easily be turned around on you, dickhead. Look, you've said that you're against gay people being able to adopt children and, you know, bring up children. And, of course, you voted against gay marriage in the recent vote on the matter in Australia, which, by the way, went against you, and they've subsequently passed the law to legalise it, so fuck you, you homophobic streak of shit. So with all of that anti-gay bullshit you've got going on there, guys, why do you care about other people's sexuality so much, dickhead?
But I'm a little bit confused about this spectrum of bisexuality. I think the homo rainbow would make a really good representation of a spectrum, and so I was hoping you could clarify this spectrum idea for me. You see, I thought with bisexuality you either were bisexual or you weren't bisexual. Since you're telling us all that there is an actual spectrum of bisexuality, and you're the expert on these things, I was hoping you might be able to tell me, let's say, for example, if I were a blue bisexual, am I more or less bisexual than, say, a red bisexual?
Oh my god, you're so fucking stupid. You really are. Look, the bisexuality spectrum, let's explain this the most simple way I possibly can for you, because, you know, anything more complicated would blow your fucking mind, I'm sure. And I'll explain it from the perspective of a man, because I know imagining something from the perspective of a woman would be like cultural Marxism, fucking communism or something. So let's do it from the perspective of a man, right? On this end of the scale, right, you've got men who absolutely love pussy, right? They fucking love it. But they will, on occasion, partake of the odd cock. On this end of the spectrum, right, you've got men who absolutely love cock. They can't get enough of it, right? They fucking live for dick. But they will, on occasion, as the fancy takes them, of course, engage in, tackling the odd minge or two. And right in the middle, you would have people for whom dick and snoo are liked in and partaken of in equal measure. So depending on how much you like dick or pussy, right, will depend on where you are on that scale. Do you see the bisexuality spectrum? Do you get that now, Gaz? Do you get that very, very fucking simple concept now, you moron?
So the Lacy Green sexual pie chart may look something like this. Half of all people are bisexual, we've got it. The next largest proportion must be lesbians, because men are worthless pieces of shit. Next would be homosexuals, and because intersectional feminists are really into supporting minority groups and championing diversity, we need to include other forms of sexuality that feminism would support. For example, pedophilia.
Okay, time out, Holmes Lies. Time out. Feminism supports pedophilia, you say. So I suppose I wouldn't be able to do a 5-minute search on Twitter and find loads of examples of feminists speaking out against pedophilia then, would I?
And again,
yeah, and like I say, that was just from a, very quick Twitter search. So, you're talking shit, obviously, Gaz. And you might have noticed in that little compilation there that the last one was from me, because I'm such a virtue signaller, obviously. And even though you like, Gary, to go on about how much you're against virtue signalling...
How do you make a living? What do you do for money? I mean, denouncing your own profession, what you do yourself for a living, so that you can virtue signal yourself. Well, let me ask you then, do you think virtue signalling on behalf of a violent offender, just because he's black, is a noble thing to do? And stop these women's marches and women's protests that amount to little more than virtue signalling. So take your virtue signalling and put it where the sun doesn't shine.
Yeah, like I said, you go on about that constantly, but the fact that you've come out against pedophilia and used it as a stick to try and beat your opponents is itself virtue signalling, which surely should show you and any person with a brain, which might discount you, but anyway, it would show anyone with a brain that the concept of virtue signalling, this slur that right-wing pricks like yourself put out into the world, is a load of old shit. It doesn't really mean anything. It's pointless, so fucking stop it. But anyway, as to you beating your opponents with this stick of supporting pedophilia, even though they don't, I wouldn't, if I were you, use that tactic, because there are plenty of people on the anti-feminist side who have supported the rape of children.
Did anyone try and touch you? Did they try and fiddle with you? No, I got lucky. They beat me a little bit.
What do you mean you got
smacked
lucky?
Me a
You
little
got
bit.
unlucky. You didn't get that taste of... no, I said, just like I said earlier, if it weren't for Father Michael, I would have given far less good head. I mean,
There was a real Father Michael?
So much less... he's going to get killed now, but...
And yet here you are talking about how, look, some of these kids that get diddled by these priests, I mean, it's a good thing for them. They're getting this love. And now they are also getting
You're misunderstanding what pedophilia means. Pedophilia is not a sexual attraction to somebody 13 years old who is sexually mature.
You are advocating for cross-generational relationships here. Can we be honest about that?
Yeah, I don't mind admitting that.
And those last couple of clips are especially interesting in regards to yourself, because you're rather a big fan of Milo Yiannopoulos, aren't you? In fact, you paid money to go and see him recently when he spoke in Perth, Western Australia. So you dare to suggest that other people who you don't like support pedophilia when you have financially supported a man who has defended the fucking rape and sexual molestation of children, you fucking dickhead. I mean, you really are a special kind of bullshit artist, aren't you?
Bisexuality is a distinct sexual orientation.
And what's that? The orientation of putting a round peg into a round hole, determining that it fits correctly, and so therefore trying to force a round peg into a round peg.
forcing a round peg into a round peg. What the gay men don't just run at each other penis first, you fucking mental case. They don't do like some sort of fucking cock jousting, although they should, because that sounds like that could be quite a lot of fun actually. But they don't generally tend to, okay? That's not how gay sex works, you fucking idiot.
If there's one thing for certain, though, it's that human sexuality is a whole lot more fluid and varied than a lot of people like to think.
Well, bad luck, Lacey. My sexuality isn't fluid. It's always been heterosexual. It's never changed, and it's never going to change. The only thing fluid about my sexuality is the amount of fluids that are produced while I'm doing it.
I'm guessing, however, it's not your wife that's producing much by way of fluid when it comes to sex with you. I imagine that the poor woman is very much like a fucking desert downstairs when she's with you. But anyways, let's move on to the third and final video in the Brainless with Lacey Green series, shall we? And just a quick heads up, right? There is a lot of white rapping in this video.
Should white people rap? I can't speak for everyone, but I know that this white person definitely shouldn't.
So you're not saying white people can't rap. You're saying Lacey can, cause it be pretty bad. Ha ha ha.
Oh god. Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey everyone, Lacey Green here. Recently, Azalea Banks did a radio interview on New York's Hot 97 expressing frustration that Iggy Azalea was nominated for a Grammy. She said that, quote, that Iggy shit isn't better than any black girl that's rapping today.
That just seems racist to me, from a privileged black girl who needs to play the race card right to me when she's not gonna go for a Grammy.
Please stop, Gary. Please, I'm fucking begging you. Stop.
Now, love Iggy or hate her, I think she's a little misguided here. Race is relevant in hip-hop.
Rap music needs race as much as a fish needs a bicycle.
Oh, please, for fuck's sake, stop, okay? What you're doing here is not fucking good. It's not interesting or funny. It's a crime against humanity, frankly. It's embarrassing. It's cringeworthy shit. Fucking stop it, right? But more importantly there, you claim that rap doesn't need race at all. So you're saying that, what, like rap and hip-hop aren't black art forms arising from the circumstances that African Americans have found themselves in over the years, and that this is a form of, you know, black artistic expression? Really? That's your fucking claim? Basically, fuck off. You're talking fucking nonsense. I mean, this is the thing that I despise about these pretend colourblind, race-blind people, is that they're so full of fucking shit.
In an attempt to make it sound like she knows what she's talking about, Lacey now presents a somewhat convoluted and fallacious timeline where the civil rights movement happened in the 70s and hip-hop magically appeared out of that. Lacey then unwittingly reveals her Marxist anti-capitalist ideology.
Hang on, right. Lacey Green is a Marxist anti-capitalist. Are you fucking kidding me? How fucking stupid are you? You do realise that the video you're responding to from Lacey was being put out by MTV. You know, MTV, the profit-driven multinational capitalist corporation. You fucking dickhead. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, Gary has quite the hate boner for one particular religious grouping within society.
Islam. To demonise Muslims on fundamentalist Islamic doctrines. Muslims. A gathering of Islamic apologists. Muslims. Islamic terrorism. Muslims want to destroy the West and replace it with a theocratic caliphate.
Yes, it's the Seventh-day Advent Baptists. Oh no, sorry, no, the Muslims, yeah. I always get those two mixed up. Well, Kev, that wasn't very funny. Well, I'm not fucking asking you to watch, you prick. I mean, fucking hell, everyone's a critic, isn't they? Jesus Christ. But anyways, yeah, Gary absolutely hates the Muslims. And it's ridiculous the things he uses to try and justify his hatred of Muslims, because he'll say, oh well, in Muslim countries women aren't treated well, but we've already seen that Gary fucking despises women, so he's clearly not actually worried about those women. And another excuse that he tries to use to justify his hatred of Muslims is that in Muslim countries LGBTQ people aren't treated very well, which unfortunately is very much true. But Gary, you really don't have a leg to stand on this one, because you don't fucking like them either.
Of course, the recognition of gay marriage will follow with an increased acceptance of gay parenting, but as I said, I'm opposed to gay parenting. Typical feminism. Half a dozen big hairy bulldykes say, we want to be soldiers too because we're like men. You want to dress like a woman, call yourself Caitlin, describe yourself as a woman, that's fine, do whatever you like. But beyond that, you're going to get nowhere with me, and I imagine a lot of other people, and at least from my perspective, here's why. I'm under no obligation to accept you as a woman or address you as a woman because you're not a woman. Heteronormative is a term concocted by academia in support of the LGBTI-LMNOP community to portray the heterosexual 97% of the population as being dull, bland, beige and boring. It's a way of saying you're just normal, you don't stand out, you're just a sheep like everyone else. The only way you can be exciting or vibrant is if you have another man push his meat into Uranus. If you want a sport that's gay, women's softball, they just all look like lesos to me.
Yeah, Gaz, you're a homophobic, transphobic, just generally queerphobic piece of shit as well. So, you know, you can stop trying to hide behind that bullshit and just own up to the fact that you hate Muslims, you fucking bigoted streak of shit. But in a really odd way, Gary's hatred of the Muslims has actually led him to like a woman. One specific woman. There is one WOMS in the world that Gary can stand, that being one particular politician. The only problem being, though, that this particular woman is fucking garbage.
Pauline Hanson. Pauline Hanson. Pauline Hanson. Pauline Hanson.
Yes, and I'm sure the Australians watching this, their heads will have dropped at the mere mention of her name. Yes, it's Pauline Hanson, who, for those outside Australia, I'll just give you a brief explanation of. She is the founder and leader of the One Nation Party in Australia, and she's recently been elected to the Australian Senate as well. So she's a sort of powerful person, but her party isn't massive, but her party is the kind of alt-righty, fascisty kind of anti-immigration-y type party, and she fits that bill rather well. She's fucking disgusting. And of course, being the racist, Islamophobic, generally fucking bigoted piece of dog shit that she is, Gary was bound to love her, wasn't he? And so we unite Gary's love of Pauline Hanson with Gary's hate boner for Q&A. So we're going to take a look at a clip from a video Gary made, which was analysis of her appearance, relatively recent appearance, on that television show. Because it is a prime example of how much of a propagandist fucking liar Gary is.
We've had murders committed under the name of Islam, as we have the Lint Cafe, Curtis Chang, and the 2 police officers in Melbourne. Right, so this has happened. You have
Can I just say,
radicalisation.
Pauline, I'm sure the fact checkers will be onto this, but when you say we've never had terrorism in this country before, that's simply not the case.
See how the leftist apologist jumps in straight away to try and shut her down?
Listen, dickhead, he was interjecting to correct her on the fucking blatant lie that she just told.
The 1970s, there were multiple bombings by Croatian Catholic extremists. This has happened in Australia before. It's not the first time. We should at least get that straight.
Tony Jones here is referring to the Croatian Six, and without getting into allegations that these guys were framed and everything else that went on at that time with that, largely investigated by the ABC's Four Corners, mind you, he's talking about bombings that never took place. There's only one terrorist bombing that I can actually remember ever happening, and that was in 1978, the Hilton Hotel bombing. Well, that was nearly 40 years ago. In 40 years of Australian political history, the only terrorist attacks that have been perpetrated on our soil have been carried out by Muslims.
Oh, Gary, you lying sack of shit. There have been, since that bombing that you mentioned in 1978, several non-Muslim terrorist attacks on Australian soil, you lying sack of shit. So you're a massive fucking liar, Gary. Well done. Typical fascist bullshit. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up because I am so fucking done with Gary at this point. Gary is, as I think I've rather conclusively shown, a really hateful prick. He's bigoted towards women, towards Muslims, towards LGBT folk, and basically toward any man who isn't exactly like him. So basically, your typical MRA. Anyways, enough of this shit, right? Gary Orsum, go fuck yourself.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself,